First hill of the day. Hi, I'm Mark, this is On Your Marks Run. Today I'm reviewing the Hoka Speedgoat 5 trail shoe. Before I get too far into the review, I just wanted to do a bit of a disclaimer just to say that these shoes were bought with my own money. My views and opinions of the shoe aren't influenced by anyone else, they're totally my own. And yeah, I just hope that you find this review useful. Yeah, so just out on my trail run today. It's a lovely day, bit of a gap in the weather, so I thought I'd make the use of it. I thought it would be a good opportunity to do a first for the channel. Something I've been meaning to do is do some reviews of the kit and gear that I use. So yeah, I thought this would be a good opportunity. Today I'm wearing my Hoka Speedgoat 5 trail shoes. So yeah, I just want to share my thoughts on those. Yeah, it's a bit of a backstory on the trail shoes I've used in the past. I've always used Mizuno, the Dachi, and they served me pretty well. Quite a, I wouldn't say low profile, but they weren't high stack by any means. But yeah, they did well, but I did find they used to rock quite a lot in the upper, and I sort of changed my road shoes a bit from Mizuno over to New Balance. So I thought, well, let's have a bit of a change up on the trail shoes, and there was a lot of fuss about Hoka, and yeah, I quite fancied giving them a try, especially on the trail. They're renowned for being comfortable. Yeah, so I thought I'd go out and get myself a pair. That was about a year ago now, and I'll probably run 500 or 600 miles in them. So I've got quite a bit of experience running in the Speedgoats. So yeah, just running through some of the specs. I believe in a men's size 9 UK, they run at about 291 grams. For my size, which is a size 10 UK, in the wide version, they come in at 309 grams. So not too bad, and they don't feel heavy to run in. The stack height in the heel is 33 mil. The stack height in the forefoot is 29 mil, which gives you a 4 mil drop from heel to toe. So just going through some of the features of the shoe that I like. There's an extended flared heel counter on the back there, and it flares away from your Achilles tendon, which I really do enjoy that, because that's something that I can suffer with sometimes, a bit of a tender Achilles tendon, so that's good. It also acts as a tab to pull on the shoe, so that's really good as well, that's useful. Also there's a thickened toe rand that's applied to the upper, which helps protect you against rocks, tree stumps, roots, so that's nice to have. There's a semi-gusseted tongue, which helps stop the tongue slipping from side to side. Also stops little bits of debris getting in the shoe under your feet. It's quite a low profile tongue as well, it's not really padded much. I thought this might be a problem, but actually I haven't found any issues with that at all, with laces kind of biting on the top of your feet and your tendons, making them sore. You have had no issues with that, so that's good. and obviously if you can keep the weight down anywhere on the shoe, getting rid of materials that aren't needed, well, you know, that's a plus. Yeah, there's not many overlays on the upper to speak of. I guess it's because it's a double layered jacquard mesh, so perhaps it's not needed, but yeah, I'm not an expert in these things, but I'm guessing that's might be what it is. Through using the shoe, I've not found that my foot is loose in the shoe. There's a good lockdown, so yeah, I think it's quite a stable material, so they don't need those overlays. Yeah, over to the laces. The lace holes seem to be a fairly traditional setup. Yeah, so that's okay. You've got the additional holes to do your loops for the runner's knot, for those of you who use it. So that's good, you want that. Yeah, the laces that come with the shoe are just a standard flat sort of braided lace, so they're not that oval kind of squashy lace that you get that prevents it coming undone. But it's not been an issue for me. I sort of got my own little way of stopping laces coming undone. I normally just tuck them into the other laces that are threaded through the eyelets, and that sort of clamps down all the tails, and that stops them coming undone. So I've never had an issue. That's something I do with all my shoes. Yeah, as I say, the upper seems to be pretty good. I'm quite impressed with it. Other shoes I've had have got waterlogged a bit when you've gone through big puddles, and it takes a while to shed that water, which is a bit annoying. But on this shoe, I don't know, you feel the water, you know, when you go through. Water obviously gets in the shoe because it's got perforations for ventilation and stuff, but they seem to shed the water again fairly quickly. I never seem to get that feeling of a waterlogged shoe and squelchy shoe for too long. So yeah, I'm pleased with that. Yeah, so comfort wise, I'm finding this shoe really good. Yeah, the midsole was quite a high stack EVA foam, which seems to have a bit of springiness to it. I think Hoka sort of advertised this shoe as a balanced cushion shoe, so it's got a bit of responsiveness and a nice bit of cushioning to it, and yeah, I think that's probably pretty accurate. I'm finding that if I want to pick up the pace, I can. There's also a nice bit of comfort. You don't feel those sharp rocks and all that underfoot, all the deviations in the ground. Obviously some people like to feel that, but obviously on your really long runs, that foam is helping to protect you, and a nice comfort level on those long runs, so that's good. And of course you do lose a bit of speed with the cushioning on a shoe, but I think they counteract that quite nicely with the MetaRocker that's incorporated. I'm finding that's really helping to sort of roll you through that gait cycle. It's a really nice ride. When you want to pick up those paces, it's quite easily done. So yeah, I'm really enjoying that. So like I say, I've used this shoe on all my social runs. I've used it for 10-mile and half marathon races, got a couple of PBs, so it's no slouch. Yeah, really enjoying the shoe. Yeah, so when I decided to buy these shoes, I was a little bit concerned. I guess it was a bit of a gamble really, because because of the high stack of the shoe. You know, the chance of rolling over your ankle. I do overpronate, so slight stability issues, I suppose, in my running gait. Yeah, so these shoes are marketed as a neutral shoe. They've got no technology in them for stopping overpronation. In the end, I was glad I took the risk, because they actually are very stable shoes, and I think that's due to the wide outsole at the front and back. It's also I've got wide feet, so I went for the wide version, so obviously that adds a few more millimeters to the width as well. So yeah, I've had no issues with stability at all. So looking at the grip of the shoe, the outsole is constructed from their Vibram Megagrip rubber compound, which has a redesigned 5mm multi-directional lug pattern for better traction in loose soil. Yeah, I found the grip to be really good on a variety of surfaces. Obviously, when you get extreme mud or, you know, slate or wet rock, obviously there's limits. You might want to get a shoe that's more tuned to that specific surface. But as a general all-rounder, I think the grip's been really good on this shoe. Yeah, so fit-wise, I've gone for a size 10 UK in the wide version, and that's pretty much what I use on my road shoes in New Balance. So I would say that's probably true to fit, certainly for me. Yeah, so a few of my friends have also got the Speedgoat 5. They've got standard width feet. Some of those friends have said that the shoe comes up a little bit narrow on the forefoot, sort of pinches on their little toe. So they've had to go half a size up. They didn't go with the wide version. Maybe the wide version might be too wide for them, so it might be one of those shoes that you need to get yourself into a shop, try a few different pairs on, you know, different variations, widths, half size up and down, or if you've got a good online shop that accepts returns, you could do that. Durability wise of the shoe, I've been really impressed. Like I said, in past shoes that I've had, the upper has rotted away, you know, partly probably because I'm a bit lazy with cleaning and stuff, but this shoe, I mean, like I said, I've had it for about 600 miles, and I've got to say the upper, apart from looking a bit dirty, is fully intact. Obviously the cushioning's probably gone a bit, and the lugs have worn away totally in places, so the grip's not like it used to be. So obviously it is time to replace them. They're at the end of their life, but I certainly had my money's worth in regards to durability. Yeah, this shoe's got to be an all-rounder for me. I've got to be able to go from a muddy 5k park run all the way up to a trail marathon. So yeah, it needs to be able to, you know, go at a decent pace but be comfortable. I need to be able to tackle all the different surfaces, from even tarmac, transitional tarmac, to compacted gravel, wet chalk, downland, soggy mud. Yeah, so I need to be able to tackle all those surfaces. Obviously it's not going to be brilliant at all the surfaces, but I don't think any shoe is. Yeah, so just a general all-rounder, and I think this shoe is. I think it does tick all those boxes. Yeah, so like I say, the ride's nice, good level of cushioning, my fit is all sorted out, and yeah, just generally they're a really comfortable shoe. I'm not finding any hot spots on the shoe, no rubbing, just a lovely comfortable shoe. Yeah, so I've had these shoes for about a year now, run about 600 miles in them. Yeah, it's been a success, really comfortable, and the big question would be, would I buy these shoes again? And I've got to say yes. 140 quid normally. I think this time of year you might be able to get them for about 110 with a code. So yeah, they're due for replacement. The grip's gone a bit, which you would expect after 500 or 600 miles, and yeah, so I'm going to go out and get another pair. Well, that's about it for this review. I hope you found it useful. Just bear in mind that these are only my views and how I found the shoe. Hopefully they all ring true for you if you buy a pair. If you did like the video and you want to see more, perhaps like and subscribe, click the notifications bell, and yeah, I'm looking to get a few more videos out for the other shoes that I've got, and maybe some of the other gear. So yeah, keep a lookout. Take care.